Welcome to World of Coins. You could be holding a treasure worth thousands, and it looks just like every other penny you've ever seen. Here's what to look for. Thanks. Top 1. You're holding a penny, but is it just 1 cent? Or is it secretly worth a fortune? Because right now, we're diving into one of the most shocking discoveries in modern coin collecting, the 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial penny from the proof set, a coin that could turn a casual collector into a jackpot winner. We're talking about a tiny copper coin with a mirror finish that has sold at auction for as much as $55,000. And yes, this coin is real. It was released by the United States Mint. It's sitting in proof sets across the country. And someone, maybe even you, might have it right now. Keep watching, because you're about to learn exactly what to look for, how to tell if you have the right one, and how this single coin turned from spare change into a small fortune. Let's uncover the mystery of the 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial proof penny. Back in 2009, the US Mint did something incredibly special, something that hadn't been done before. That year marked 200 years since the birth of Abraham Lincoln, one of the most important and iconic presidents in American history. So the Mint released not 1, not 2, but 4 different designs of the Lincoln cent, each one showing a different chapter of Lincoln's life, from a humble log cabin in Kentucky, to his rise in Indiana, his legal career in Illinois, and finally, his historic presidency in Washington. D.C. collectors everywhere went crazy for these. But the real treasure wasn't in the change jar. The real prize was hidden in the proof version of these coins that didn't go into regular circulation. They were struck in San Francisco, with the S Mint mark, and they came in 2009 US Mint proof sets. But what makes these proof coins so valuable? Let's talk about what a proof coin really is. Because this isn't just your average shiny penny. Proof coins are struck with extra care using specially polished dies and planchets. They're struck multiple times to make the details sharper than any regular coin you'll find in your pocket. The result? A mirror-like background, bold frosted designs, and incredible detail. And in 2009, the Mint made proof versions of all 4 bicentennial designs. Each one is beautiful, historic, and collectible. But here's the catch. Only a tiny fraction of them were ever graded as perfect. And that's where things get serious. Because if you're lucky enough to have a 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial penny from a proof set, and if it's in PR 70 deep cameo condition, meaning it's flawless even under 5x magnification, you could be sitting on an absolute gold mine. We're not talking about a few $100 here. These PR 70 deep cameo coins have shocked the coin community by selling for massive amounts. Auction houses like Heritage and Great Collections have seen sales of this coin in perfect condition soar to insane numbers. Now for the moment you've been waiting for. If your 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial penny from the proof set is graded a PR 70 deep cameo, it could be worth anywhere from $25,000 to $55,000. Let that sink in. A coin that started as 1 cent, now valued at $55,000, and it's hiding in proof sets, collections, and forgotten drawers across the country. So what should you do right now? First, dig out your 2009 US Mint proof set, the one with the S Mint mark. Second, look at all 4 of the Lincoln Bicentennial pennies: the birthplace, the formative years, the professional life, and the presidency designs. Then, examine the finish. Look for that deep cameo contrast, frosty designs with a perfect mirror background. If it looks flawless, it's time to get it graded by PCGS or NGC, the top grading services in the world. Because only a professional grade of PR 70 deep cameo can unlock that value. And if it comes back perfect? You just turned 1 cent into a luxury car, a down payment on a house, or the trip of a lifetime. That's the thrill of coin collecting. That's why collectors across America are scrambling to find these rare, valuable Lincoln proof pennies. And that's why you should check your proof sets right now, before someone else cashes in on what could have been your fortune. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, because we're always uncovering the rarest coins in the US, and the next one might be worth even more than this. This is more than a penny, it's a hidden treasure. Top 2. Have you ever checked your spare change and wondered if you might be sitting on a fortune? Today, I'm going to blow your mind with a tiny copper coin that's got coin collectors, treasure hunters, and dealers across the country in an absolute frenzy. It's the 2009 Lincoln Penny. That's right, the Denver Mint version, and if you've got the right one, you could be holding something worth more than some brand new luxury cars. We're talking about a coin that could be worth up to $57,000. Yes, a single penny. And no, this isn't clickbait. It's happening right now in auctions, collectors' markets, and online bidding wars. So don't blink, because I'm about to show you what makes this 2009 penny so insanely valuable, how to find it, and why this 1-cent coin has become the obsession of serious US collectors. Let's dive into the details that no one else is telling you. Back in 2009, the United States Mint celebrated a monumental moment in American history, the 200th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth, and the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln Cent itself. To honor this, they launched a special series of 4 different reverse designs showing key moments from Lincoln's life. These were minted at both Philadelphia and Denver, and while millions were made, very few are valuable, except for the right ones. And here's where it gets exciting. While the average person was spending these pennies without a second thought, collectors knew something special was happening, especially with coins minted in Denver. The 2009 Lincoln penny, when found in the right condition and with the right features, has become one of the most wanted modern U.S. coins. The value of this penny isn't in its age, it's in the condition, the strike, the finish, and above all, the grading. Let's talk about what makes this coin truly valuable. First, the Denver Mint used high-pressure dies to create some incredibly sharp strikes. A small number of these 2009 coins ended up with extraordinary detail, no minting flaws, and exceptional luster, coins that today are being discovered in nearly perfect condition. Now here's the real game changer. Only a rare few of these 2009 Lincoln pennies have been professionally graded at MS-70. That's the absolute top-tier, perfect condition in the coin world. When grading companies like PCGS and NGC receive coins, they evaluate them under magnification for flaws, nicks, and imperfections. To get a grade of MS-70, Mint State 70, the coin has to be flawless, even under a 5x lens. And guess what? A few of these Denver minted 2009 Lincoln pennies have done just that. They've been submitted, inspected, certified, and confirmed to be 100% perfect. And when they hit the auction block, collectors lose their minds. We're not talking about a few $100 here. These coins are fetching premium prices from buyers who know just how rare a true MS-70 Denver Mint 2009 Lincoln penny really is. But don't forget, this isn't just about the mint mark. It's about the design, the detail, and the demand. The 4 2009 designs, birth and childhood in Kentucky, formative years in Indiana, professional life in Illinois, and the presidency in Washington, D.C., all have value. But certain designs struck in Denver have seen dramatic price jumps, especially when they reach the perfect mint state. Now, here's the part you've been waiting for. If you've got a 2009 Lincoln penny that's been certified in MS-70 read by PCGS or NGC, depending on the reverse design, you could be holding a coin worth anywhere from $25,000 to $57,000. That's right, a single penny. Just imagine. You're flipping through a folder of coins, and there it is. A shiny, flawless 2009 cent, perfect in every way, glowing red from the original mint luster, and someone out there is willing to pay more than the average American salary just to own it. So what should you do right now? Start by checking your 2009 Lincoln cents from the Denver Mint. Look at the detail. Look at the luster. If it looks untouched, pristine, perfect, don't hesitate. Send it off to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. You could be the next person to cash in on this modern coin treasure that's flipping the numismatic world upside down. Make sure to like, subscribe, and tap the bell, because this channel is where the hidden money lives. We reveal the coins, the cash, and the secrets that collectors and dealers are chasing every day. Don't throw away your pennies. Because one of them might be worth $57,000. Top 3. You're probably thinking, it's just a penny, right? Just another 1-cent coin that's been sitting in a drawer or a jar for years. But what if I told you that one specific penny from 1992 is now worth tens of thousands of dollars, and most people don't even know it exists? Today, I'm going to show you one of the most shocking and overlooked coins in U.S. history, the 1992 Lincoln penny from the proof set. This isn't a rumor, this isn't a myth. This is a real coin that collectors are chasing like gold. Why? Because hidden among ordinary coins is a very rare variety that has sold for up to life-changing money, all thanks to a tiny detail most people never noticed. Let's break this down. Because you could be holding this exact coin right now, and not even know it. Back in 1992, the US Mint released proof sets like they did every year. Inside these sets were mirror-like, high-quality coins struck using specially prepared dies. And in that year's set, the Lincoln cent looked just like every other penny on the surface. Same design, same president, same Lincoln Memorial on the back. But here's the kicker, some 1992 proof pennies have a secret difference. A detail so small that it takes a sharp eye or a magnifying glass to spot it. And that difference? It's called the closed AM variety. Let me explain. Most Lincoln Memorial cents from 1992 have a wide space between the A and M in America on the reverse side. That was standard for that year. But a very small number of proof pennies were mistakenly struck using a reverse design meant for later years. And those coins have the A and M nearly touching. It's almost unnoticeable, unless you know exactly what to look for. But if you do, you could be holding a coin that's worth far more than a cent. Collectors refer to this mistake as the 1992's closed AM proof penny, and it is one of the rarest and most valuable modern Lincoln cent varieties ever made. So how rare is it? To date, only a handful have ever been discovered. They weren't released into general circulation. They came directly from the 1992 US Mint proof sets, sold to collectors. And unless someone took the time to carefully check, these coins stayed hidden for years, until they hit the market, and the bids went wild. Because once coin grading companies like PCGS and NGC started authenticating these closed AM varieties, the truth became clear. This wasn't just a rare penny, it was a modern treasure. And here's where things get exciting. Collectors aren't just looking for this coin. They're paying big money for it. Huge money. And if you've got one in pristine, proof condition, you might be in for a serious payday. But you're probably wondering, how do I check? Start by pulling out your 1992 US proof set. You're looking for the penny with the S Mint mark, which means it was struck in San Francisco. Then, flip it over and look closely at the word America. If the A and M are almost touching, you've got something special. If the gap is wide, it's just the regular variety. But that closed AM 1992's proof penny, that's the one turning heads, shaking auctions, and changing lives. Now here's the moment you've been waiting for. If you find a genuine 1992's closed AM proof penny, and it's in flawless condition, graded by PCGS or NGC as a top-tier PR69 or PR70 deep cameo, it could be worth anywhere from $22,000 to $33,000. That's not a guess. That's not a dream. That's real money that has already been paid in auctions and private sales. All for a penny that most people overlook. So don't wait. Dig out your proof sets. Look closely at your 1992 Lincoln cents. Because if you find that rare close AM variety, you're not just holding history. You're holding a coin that could be worth over $30,000. Make sure to like this video, subscribe for more rare coin alerts, and tell us in the comments, have you ever checked your 1992 proof penny? Don't ignore your pennies. Because one of them might be the key to $33,000. Top 4. You might want to grab your magnifying glass, because what I'm about to show you could change the way you look at pennies, forever. Today, we're talking about a tiny copper coin that's turning heads in the world of coin collecting. It's easy to overlook. In fact, most people who own this coin don't even know what they're sitting on. They don't realize they might be holding a rare, valuable, and incredibly profitable piece of US history, all in the form of a 1993 Lincoln penny from a US Mint proof set. Now listen closely, because this isn't just any penny. This coin, if you have the right one, could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. Yes, we're talking about a 1-cent coin that collectors and dealers are fighting over. A coin that's being graded, auctioned, and sold for more than what most people earn in half a year. And the best part? It could be sitting in your house right now, hiding in plain sight. Let me explain exactly what makes this 1993 Lincoln penny so special, and why it's one of the most overlooked jackpot coins in the modern US Mint era. Let's rewind the clock to 1993. The US Mint released its annual proof sets, as it does every year. Beautiful, polished coins struck with care at the San Francisco Mint. These sets were never meant for circulation. They were sold directly to collectors, packaged in protective cases, and included flawless versions of that year's coins: the penny, nickel, dime, quarter, and half-dollar. Now, proof coins are no ordinary coins. They're struck using highly polished dies and specially treated blanks. They're hit multiple times by the press to bring out extreme detail and ultra-sharp edges. And they feature a unique finish, a deep, mirror-like shine in the background with frosted, laser-sharp designs in the foreground. This is what's known as a deep cameo finish, and it's what collectors absolutely crave. But here's where things get interesting. Most 1993's proof pennies are simply nice collectibles, worth a few bucks to the average collector. But a very small number of these proof pennies are what we call perfect. And in the world of coin collecting, perfection means big money. These are the coins that receive the ultimate grade, PR70 Deep Cameo, from top certification companies like PCG San and GC. A PR70 grade means the coin is flawless, not a single scratch, nick, or imperfection, even under 5x magnification. These coins are extremely rare, even for proof issues. And when they appear on the market, collectors will pay serious cash to add them to their collection. Now here's the kicker: the 1993's Lincoln penny, when graded PR70 Deep Cameo, is one of the most underrated but incredibly valuable coins in modern US numismatics. Why? Because it's hidden in plain sight. Most people who own 1993 proof sets never even think to check the value of the penny. They might assume the silver quarter or the half-dollar is worth more, and completely ignore the little 1-cent coin sitting in the corner. But that penny, that little copper coin that's been collecting dust for 30 years, might be the most valuable coin in the entire set. You might be asking, what are the chances? The truth is, they're slim. Only a tiny number of 1993's pennies have ever been graded PR70 DCM. Most have tiny flaws, micro scratches, imperfections invisible to the naked eye. But if you've got one of the few perfect specimens, you're not holding a penny. You're holding a payday. Let's talk numbers. Over the years, as more collectors discover the true rarity of the 1993's Lincoln proof penny in PR70, the demand has exploded. And when these coins hit major auctions, on platforms like Heritage Auctions, Great Collections, or eBay, the final prices are absolutely jaw-dropping. But here's the moment you've been waiting for. If your 1993's proof penny, taken directly from a US Mint proof set, has been certified in perfect condition as PR70 Deep Cameo, its value can range from $22,000 to $31,000. That's right, 0.1 penny. One tiny copper coin, made in 1993. 1 cent that could now be worth $31,000, if it's the right one. And the best part? There are still coins out there that haven't been graded. They're still sitting in old proof sets, still untouched in boxes in attics, safes, closets, and collections across America. Waiting to be discovered by someone just like you. So what should you do? Step 1. Locate your 1993 US Mint proof set. If you have it, carefully open it up and examine the penny inside. Look for that perfect, mirror-like field. Look for bold, frosted details. If it looks flawless, no scratches, no haze, no smudges, you could be onto something. Step 2. Consider having it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. A small investment in grading could unlock a massive payday. And step 3. stay subscribed to this channel, because we're constantly uncovering coins that look ordinary, but are worth thousands. Hit that like button, share this video with anyone who collects US coins, and drop a comment below if you've ever looked through your old proof sets. You never know who's got that hidden treasure. Remember, never underestimate a penny dot. Especially not the 1993 Lincoln proof penny dot. Because it might just be the key to a life-changing $31,000. Top 5. You might want to sit down for this one, because in the next few minutes, you're going to look at pennies in a way you never have before. We're about to uncover the 1960 Lincoln D penny, and I'm not talking about just any old coin from your grandpa's drawer. I'm talking about a tiny copper coin minted in Denver, with a secret so powerful, it's turning into one of the most hunted treasures in all of US coin collecting. Yes, this 1-cent coin, often passed over, forgotten, and tossed aside, could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. And if you've got the right one, hiding in a box, a folder, or even inside an original US Mint collector set, you could be sitting on a coin worth more than a brand new car, more than college tuition, or more than your annual salary. This is not your typical Lincoln penny dot. This is the 1960 D, and if it's the right variety, in the right condition, it could be the biggest surprise of your life. Let's break this story wide open. In 1960, the US Mint did something unusual. They produced two different versions of the Lincoln cent in the same year, a large date and a small date version. Now here's the twist. This happened at both the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint, which is where the D comes in. The differences between the large date and small date aren't easy to spot at a glance. You need to zoom in, look closely, and compare the shape and height of the numbers, especially the 6 and the 0. But for coin collectors, that small difference means everything. Why? Because certain combinations, especially the 1960 D small date, became incredibly rare, and even more so when found in flawless, uncirculated condition. And here's where it gets even better. Some of these 1960 D Lincoln cents were struck so sharply, so perfectly, that they've been certified as MS67 Plus read by top-tier grading services like PCGS and NGC. That means full mint luster, no scratches, no spots, and blazing red color, exactly as it looked the day it was minted. And let me tell you, when one of these rare, nearly perfect 1960 D small date pennies hits the auction block, collectors go absolutely wild. Why? Because they're not just buying a coin. They're buying a piece of US Mint history that almost no one else owns in that condition. Let's not forget something crucial here. These coins never made it into proof sets, but the best specimens look like proof coins, razor-sharp strike, glowing fields, and full red brilliance. That's why many collectors treat the finest examples like museum pieces. Some even come from sealed rolls, never touched by human hands, true time capsules. Now, before you go diving into your coin folders, here's what you need to look for. Flip through your 1960 D Lincoln pennies. Look for that small date variety. Examine the 6 in the date. In the small date version, it curves up tighter and the 0 is more level with the 1 and the 9. If you find it, and it has that fire red, uncirculated glow, stop everything. Because that coin, in perfect mint state, is not just a collector's dream. It's a game changer. You see, only a microscopic number of these coins survive in true MS67 Plus red condition, the kind that auction houses drool over. And when one comes up for sale, it doesn't go for hundreds. It doesn't go for thousands. It goes for massive money. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. If you are lucky enough to own a 1960 D Lincoln penny, in the ultra-rare small date variety, certified in MS67 Plus read by PCGS or NGC, your coin could be worth anywhere from $25,000 to $55,000. That's right. A 1-cent piece from 1960, the same size and weight as the one sitting in your coin jar right now, could be worth $55,000 today. So here's what you need to do. Step 1. Check your collection. Step 2. Pull every 1960 D penny you have. Step 3. Use a magnifier to check for the small date. Step 4. If it looks flawless, glowing red, and uncirculated, send it to be graded immediately. You never know, your pocket change might just become your biggest paycheck. Hit that like button if you're about to go hunt down your 1960 pennies. Subscribe to the channel if you love turning copper into cash. And drop a comment below if you've ever seen a 1960 small date, or have one waiting to be checked. Your next move might be worth more than $50,000. Don't walk away from pennies. Because the one you leave behind could be the key to $55,000. Top 6. Have you ever looked at a penny and thought, this could be worth a fortune? What if I told you that a single 1-cent coin sitting in someone's old drawer could actually be worth more than a luxury car, more than some people's yearly income, and even more than your mortgage? Sounds crazy, right? But in today's video, we're unlocking the incredible story of the 1961 Lincoln penny from a U.S. mint-proof set, a coin that has stunned collectors, shocked investors, and sold for staggering amounts of money. So don't blink. This is the kind of coin story that changes the way you look at pocket change forever. The year was 1961. America was entering the space race, John F. Kennedy was president, and the U.S. Mint was quietly producing a limited number of proof sets for collectors, special editions of coins that weren't meant for circulation but for preservation. Among these, a single coin stood out, the Lincoln penny. But not just any penny. We're talking about a coin with unmatched brilliance, struck with perfection using specially polished dies and blank planchets, designed to have razor-sharp details and a mirror-like finish. That's what makes a proof coin different, and the 1961 Lincoln cent is one of the most sought-after examples ever made. Now here's where it gets intense. Most people who bought the 1961 proof set had no idea that decades later their little copper coin could explode in value. But not every 1961 proof penny is worth thousands. Only a select few, those with exceptional quality, have earned top grades from leading coin grading services like PCGS and NGC. We're talking about coins with deep cameo contrast, no visible marks under magnification, and absolutely flawless surfaces. Coins that have been graded PR68 or PR69 deep cameo, those are the ones collectors are chasing like buried treasure. And yes, these coins are being hunted. All across America, coin dealers, estate sale hunters, and passionate numismatists are on a mission, searching through old collections, unopened proof sets, and inherited coin albums, hoping to uncover that one magical penny. Because when they do, the reward isn't a few dollars or even a few hundred. It's life-changing money. Let me paint you a picture. You find an old proof set tucked away in a family safe or a forgotten box in the attic. It's still sealed from 1961. Inside is a Lincoln penny that hasn't seen daylight in over 60 years. It's flawless. You send it to a grading service. Weeks later, you get the call. It came back PR69 deep cameo. You just hit the jackpot. Because that coin, your coin, is now valued at a jaw-dropping $25,000 to $53,000. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny, 1 cent, fetching up to $53,000 US. Not a myth. Not a rumor. Real auctions, real sales, real collectors paying tens of thousands of dollars for a coin that, to the untrained eye, looks like any other penny. But to experts, it's a masterpiece. A time capsule of perfection. And here's the craziest part, there are still many out there. Not everyone knows what they have. Some are sitting in dusty proof sets at the back of drawers. Others are locked in forgotten safe deposit boxes. Which means the next one found could be yours. What makes this even more thrilling is how rare these high-grade deep cameo proofs really are. Out of thousands produced, only a handful survive in such pristine condition. Many coins from the 1961 proof set have spotting, dull finishes, or faint marks from the minting process. But if you're lucky enough to find one without those flaws, with rich contrast and razor details, you're holding a coin worth more than its weight in gold. So let me ask you this. Have you checked your coin collection lately? Have you looked through that proof set you inherited, or that gift you got from a grandparent who once collected coins? Because now might be the time. Collectors and investors alike are waking up to the massive potential of vintage U.S. coins, especially proof Lincoln cents. The 1961 penny is one of the hottest targets right now, and demand is only going up. Imagine being the person who turns a 1-cent coin into a payday worth more than $50,000. It happens. It has happened. And it can happen again. So before you spend that penny, take a second look. Before you ignore that old coin set, take it out, inspect it, and if you think it's special, send it for grading. That tiny copper coin might just be the rare piece of American history that changes everything for you. If you love rare coins, valuable pennies, and discovering hidden treasures in everyday places, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more valuable coin videos, and leave a comment if you've ever found a rare coin, or if you're checking your 1961 proof set right now. Thank you for watching. Stay curious. Stay collecting. And never underestimate the power of a penny, especially one that could be worth $25,000 to $53,000. Top 7. You might think all pennies are worthless, that they're just change you leave at the bottom of your car, or forget inside an old jar. But today, I'm going to open your eyes to something truly shocking. A simple 1-cent coin from 1964 that could be worth more than your entire bank account. We're talking about the rare, elusive, and incredibly valuable 1964 Lincoln D. penny, a coin that came from a U.S. mint-proof set and has stunned collectors all over America. You don't want to miss a single second of this, because if you have one of these, you could be holding a coin worth tens of thousands of dollars. Let's get straight to it. The Lincoln cent has been an American icon since 1909, but the 1964 edition with the Denver mint mark, the little d, under the date, is surrounded by mystery, rarity, and big money. Most people only know about regular circulation pennies. But what few people realize is that there are rare 1964 D Lincoln pennies struck in proof-like or proof conditions that somehow made their way into private collections, coins with incredible surfaces, deep mirror finishes, and eye-popping contrasts that are worth far, far more than 1 cent. That's right. Some of these coins weren't meant for circulation. They were minted under special conditions, believed to be from experimental runs or special dyes, giving them a look that's anything but ordinary. To the untrained eye, it looks like just another old penny. But to experts, it's a masterpiece. And if you find one in pristine, untouched condition, flawless strike, no scratches, deep cameo finish, you could be sitting on a hidden fortune. Now here's where it gets greedy, in the best way possible. Collectors and investors across the United States are locked in a serious hunt for these rare 1964 D Lincoln pennies with proof-like qualities. They're scanning through old coin albums, cracking open forgotten proof sets, and digging through estates, all in hopes of finding one of these ultra-valuable coins. Why? Because some of these rare 1964 D Lincoln cents, when graded at the very top, think MS-68, or proof-like deep cameo conditions, have sold for astronomical amounts of money. Imagine the look on your face when that coin you thought was just a penny is actually a highly collectible U.S. mint gem that could change your entire financial life. This isn't a dream. This has happened. And it could happen to you. Let's talk about how this kind of value even happens. First, it's about rarity. Not many 1964 D Lincoln cents exist in proof-like or flawless condition. Second, it's about demand. Right now, the coin collecting world is exploding. More collectors, more competition, and more bidding wars at auctions. And finally, it's about certification. Coins that are officially graded by NGC or PCGS with top-tier grades are setting record prices. So what does all this mean for you? It means that your old coin collection, your grandparents' old safe, that dusty proof set sitting in a box, might be holding a secret. If you find a 1964 Lincoln penny with a D mint mark, perfect surfaces, rich color, and mirror-like luster, you must get it graded. Because you might be holding one of the most sought-after American pennies in existence. People just like you, viewers, collectors, hobbyists, have submitted coins they almost threw away, and those same coins came back graded and valued for eye-popping sums. And here's the number you've been waiting for. A rare, high-grade 1964 D Lincoln penny from a proof set condition, mint state, flawless, certified. Has the power to fetch $25,000 to $50,000. Yes. A single cent. That's $25,000 to $50,000 US dollars. So before you spend another penny, make sure it's not one of these. If this video opened your eyes to the hidden value in old coins, smash that like button right now. Hit subscribe so you never miss a chance to learn about coins worth real money. And drop a comment below. Have you ever found a rare penny? Are you digging through your coins right now? Because you should be. This is more than a hobby. This is a treasure hunt. And the prize? Might just be a tiny copper coin worth more than your car, your student loan, or your entire savings account. Thanks for watching. And remember, never ignore a penny again. Especially not a 1964 Lincoln penny that could be worth $25,000 to $50,000.